DJ KJ.
Hey, what is up? Nanu B, back again with yet another stream. And this one's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this one. I have a lot of cool things teed up. Let's see, let me pull up the chat. I want to be able to see all you guys. This is good. This is some good energy that we got here. I'm sorry, by the way, for the hiatus that I went on for like the past week or so. There's some things I had to take care of, and also I couldn't do Minecraft Mondays because the server wasn't updated. But we're back, so hey, that's what's up. Hey, Linda, so what's up? What's poppin', man? Also, let me know what you guys think of this. I'm switching my the little speech chat thing. So what I did was I actually just went in and zoomed in so that the text is bigger, because I feel like it's like way too small. So I don't know. Got a lot of things that I've been reacting to. So here's the format for Internet Thursday. I've just kind of devised this now. I don't know if Internet Thursday is always going to be on Thursday. I may have it happen on a different day. But basically, here's what this format's going to be. I'm basically going to pick a day of the week and just like say it's like Internet and fill in the blank. So if it's like Internet Wednesday, you know, I stream on Wednesday and go over stuff on the internet on Wednesday. So basically the format of what this is going to be is it's going to be a react stream. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one thing that I'm going to react to that I want to react to. Then I'm going to pick one thing from the Discord that you guys want me to react to. Because you guys want to have a huge hand in what gets reacted to on the internet days that I have. Throw in your reactions into the Discord. I already have some stuff planned that I'm gonna react to there. So just want to let you guys know that that's what's going to be happening on this stream for the most part. I don't know if Mr. Pizza's in here, but I also want to me and him are actually going to have a kind of like, I guess like a pseudo debate of sorts, because he wanted to talk about what was it, cancel culture. He wanted to have a cancel culture debate. So maybe me and him will talk. I want to talk like 30 minutes into the stream if I can. So hey DJ LO, what's up? What's up? Good to see you in the chat. Now, before I get into like the actual reacts, I know I promised you guys that I would react to the Sam Hyde fight, the full fight. Now, hopefully this thing isn't copyrighted and I don't get a claim or a stripe or something for this. But I wanted to react to this fight because I have not seen this fight. You know, everybody knows that there's drama surrounding this, but you know, I wanted to like see the actual fight. I know that some of you guys, you know, in the Discord seem to be fans of fighting to some extent. So I figured, hey, it'd be fun to like not just react to the drama, but react to like the actual fight. You know, because, you know, I figured it might be interesting. So let's see.
Hey, this is the one I'm most excited about. It's got a little bit of a WWE feel to it. Sam Hyde has become his own character, but according to those in the know, he can really...
Oh, yeah!
Wait,
how are you in? You're not like actually supposed to be in yet. How did you get in? Yo, what did I give you? Did I give you the wrong? Hold on. Wait a second.
Renixo said in the chat, "God save the Queen."
Yeah, no. I think it's too late for the Queen, to be honest. Hold on. Wait a second. You guys. Okay, hold on. So apparently from the last time I did a stream, a bunch of you guys still have the still have the role to get into the chat. You're not supposed to. Yo, I was so shocked. I was like, yo, what? I was so confused. Actually, hold on. While I'm here, let me do this. Let's see here. All right, there we go. So now I think everything should be cleaned up. Shouldn't have randos popping into the voice chat. But Mr. Pizza, do let me know in the chat if you're around.
Said in the chat.
And please,
I actually popped into the bread line for a second, lol.
Yeah, you did. Wait, you did? I didn't even see. Because I only have like one. I don't have like a dual monitor setup. I will when I get my my whole gaming setup, which I don't know I don't know how long it'll take for me to get, but it'll probably be like in like a couple weeks. But once I have like an actual gaming PC, I will have a 2-monitor setup. But for now, it's literally just a 1-monitor setup. So I can't, you know, what is on the screen is what's on the screen. So I'm going to react to this drama that we got here, and I think this will be like my first like official like reacting to this drama here. Man. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna react to this here. So basically, for context, Cutie Cinderella is kind of throwing like a little camp of sorts, if you may call it so. And some controversy started brewing. I think it started brewing with this statement that was made here.
Jesus, man. Bro, I'm not going to the event. Why is everybody so fucking riled up? Like, holy fuck, man. Where was all that hate and molding about Soda not going? What about the people that went last year that didn't come this year? That said that doesn't know? What about these guys? Like, what was it going fucking nuts? Like,
now the sad part about this is he looks kind of upset. Now lots of people are kind of throwing shade and hate at him in the comments for not going to this camp. Now I can't remember why it was that he didn't want to go to this camp. I know at one point he said that it was he wanted to what was it he said he wanted to do? He said like a Soda Poppin' wasn't there was one of the reasons he didn't want to go. But I mean, he just, you know, he made his decision. Not every streamer has to go to Cutie's camp. And now and MP Lol came out with a statement about it.
Will not be going to shit camp. Let me check that real quick.
Jesus, man, bro, I'm not going to the event. Why is everybody so fucking riled up? Like, holy fuck, man. Where was all that hate and molding about Soda not going? What about the people that went last year that didn't come this year? That said that doesn't know? What about these guys? Like, what was it going fucking nuts? Like, relax, man.
What?
Who's he talking to?
What? You want me to give my base take about this? I'll give
hey,
my
Mr. Pizza, what's up?
I don't give a fuck. We have no clips on this channel. We have no clips.
He said base take? What is this?
I'll give my take. We have no clips. XQC's based. XQC's based. He's based.
Okay, I don't know why he's saying that he's based for that, but I mean, he said he's based for that. But now,
what's going on, guys? This is the
hold on. So this guy's gonna break it down a little bit. And I think that the reason why I have this in the playlist is because he goes through tweets and that will sort of set up the exchanges. I think he includes the exchanges in this video. I'm just gonna watch until he shows. I think he shows the tweets. Yeah, he shows the tweets at the beginning. Then I'm gonna show Hasan Piker's clip because he also speaks on this and he kind of stirred the pot.
Recently, XQC announced that he's not attending shit camp because Soda's gone and he simply doesn't feel like. Alazan had a few words to say to Felix. XQC bailing last second on shit camp is obviously bad. Cutie busted her ass for the event, spent a lot of her own money to make content for everyone. I think him claiming it's because Soda not coming that the event will somehow be bad is unfathomably awful.
Now, is that what he said? Now let's just go through and is that what he said? Okay, hold on. He says, staying home, not going. Soda gone and all, don't feel like it. It's a lot of people. I need someone like Soda to run good stuff. Now I can see why Hasan, took it the way that he did because, XQC here says, I need someone like Soda to run good stuff. But I think one thing that I don't know. I think it's hard to tell based on this statement alone whether or not XQC is saying that the event's bad. Like, you know, he could be saying that. I think maybe he feels like the event is going to be stale, which I can kind of see that looking at some of the clips that have come out. Not that the event's bad, but it's just like kind of like doing a lot of some of the same events over and over again. I mean, there's some new stuff though that looks interesting. So when the camp's over, I'm going to binge it like I did the first camp. Or it could be that he and Cutie don't really get along. Let's see, is the camera working? Hey, yo, let me know if the camera's working. I actually bumped my, I accidentally bumped the adapter. And so it screwed up the microphone. And everything got cut off. Let me know if the camera's not working. Okay, hold on. Oh, give me a sec. All right, is this better? Is this working now? Okay, this should be working. All right. So what I was saying was, with this drama, is that XQC could be saying there's not that the event is bad, but he and Cutie like don't really like get along well enough for him to want to like do an event with Cutie. He would rather do an event with someone like Soda because their personalities mesh a little bit, and I can see that because, you know, he strikes me as like the kind of person who, like, I don't know if he has like social anxiety, but I do kind of get like a bit of like social anxiety vibes. And I can tell that he also doesn't really like flow the best when it's a huge, like when there's like a lot of people. Like I could definitely see why that would be overwhelming. Like hanging out with a bunch, like 20 people trying to do a camp over the course of multiple days with basically no breaks from each other. I could see how that could be like emotionally taxing. So, you know, I do think that he should have been a little bit more clear, though, as to what he meant, because it could be very easy to take this post and think that he's saying, oh, this camp is dumb and it's bad. So, you know, it's trash. Why am I going to participate in something that's going to end up being trash content?
Feel like Kalazan had few words to say to Felix. XQC bailing last second on shit camp is obviously bad. Cutie busted her ass for the event, spent a lot of her own money.
DJLL, I'm kind of scared now. You're making the clip, man.
Him claiming it's because so welcoming that the event will somehow be bad is unfathomably awful. I'm sure there's more to it, and I don't want it clouding an otherwise fun event amongst friends. Just feels icky to carelessly shit on something someone else working hard on, even if you had legitimate reasons to bail beyond wanting to do gambling streams.
Dude, and I will say this. Hassan, whenever he sees that somebody's doing a gambling stream, he just goes ham in a way that's pretty unfair. I don't like how much he goes to the throat at gambling streamers, because, like, sure, the gambling streamers do stuff that like he doesn't agree with, but at the end of the day, like, they're doing their own streams. They're making their own content. So like, I think that he does unfair attacks like these when people start doing gambling streams, and I think that he kind of uses that excuse to like be a fake friend to XQC. XQC has, you know, stated this before when there was the whole drama with the tier, what's it, the tier, the streamer tier list, or whatever. There was crazy drama with that. And yeah, XQC was basically like, yeah, he's kind of a fake friend because he, like, to my face, he acts like everything's good, and then he goes on stream and says that, like, yeah, this was just the straw that broke the camel's back. There's been a lot of stuff brewing between us. Like,
and while XQC's response was to completely flame Hassan.
All right. So from here on, we have like the actual clips. Let's get to the actual clips.
What's going on, guys? This is Daily Twitch.
It's already better. It's always
XQC announced that he's not attending shit camp.
Literally already saw this clip. I think I clicked the wrong one.
He donated my pocket. He made disparaging remarks about Juicer. No, I did not. But also the fact that you're using disparaging implies that you are not a real juicer, and yet you are simply faking being one, even though you are basically fucking posting the juicer a lot. Maybe
one thing I'm gonna say, you know, I guess this apparently works on the internet. use tons of ad hominem attacks. Because you know you're right if you start using ad hominem attacks. That's how everybody knows that you can certainly defend your position based on the merits of your own arguments. Anyways, okay.
Maybe you are a juicer, I don't know. I didn't know that juicers know the word disparaging, which is surprising. I also don't understand why you make it seem like you're gonna come murder me. It's very strange. No, I mean, I don't think I said anything fucked up at all. I think it is fucked up. For the most part, that like XG last second bailed out. Look, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes.
He didn't need to say what he said the way he did. He literally could have just said, hey, next time if you're gonna drop out, you know, be a little bit more timely and, you know, try not to like disparage the event that like your friend's putting on because she's like, you know, putting a lot of effort to it. But instead, you know, he kind of goes in saying like, oh, you're just like flaming the event, making it seem like it's all bad. Like he's making assumptions. So I could see why one would make those assumptions, but I feel like it's kind of unfair to a certain extent.
That you know you're not privy to, and I'm not privy to. Let's be fucking real, you know.
Mr. Pizza says, newbie, will you be checking out the reaction request today? Got some great content for great clips, potential. Great clips, haha. No, not before talking to you about cancel culture, because you mentioned that you wanted to do to talk about cancel culture, and I said about 30 minutes into the stream, we're gonna talk about cancel culture. So that's what we'll be doing, and then I'll be diving into the react requests. You know, I had a couple like big topics I wanted to react to. I tried reacting to the Sam Hyde fight that got taken down basically, and yeah, you know, I wanted to react to this XQC versus Hassan Piker drama over Cutie's camp. But after doing this, then we're actually going to go into the and then after, of course, I talked to you about cancel culture, then we're going to actually go into the format that I wanted to do, which is like the internet day, where basically I react to one thing I wanted to react to, I react to one thing that's in the react request, and then going back and forth. So that's kind of the schedule. And hey, what's up, VK? What's up, Baron Brett? Because both of you guys happened to come on at the right time.
You know what I mean? I reached out a couple weeks ago to XQC, or like a week ago, you know, saying, look, man, I know I haven't really, we haven't really talked to one another in a while, but if there's anything you want to bounce off of, if you want an outsider's opinion, you know, I'm here for you. I hope you're doing all right, that sort of thing. But regardless, no, I think like, I simply stated in my alt Twitter account that like, I think it's shitty. I love Cutie. I love Ludwig. I don't like that, you know, I don't like the way that XQC handled him not coming to the event last second.
That's interesting too.
And I don't think that it's like, it's that fucked up of me to say. I mean, I know that people like love looking for drama. I think there's a lot of personal things probably happening behind.
You can't post about it like that. Because the thing is, the way that you post it, instead of being like, hey, XQC, next time, do things this way. The way that he's saying it here just is like, hey, X is a bad person for saying things the way that he did. Two very different things. And then also like accusing him of just wanting to stay home so he could do gambling streams. when you watch his streams in reality, he's spending half of his time either playing playing a Grand Theft Auto, or watching a 50-minute video by like Sunny V2 or somebody, or like watching like the the Twitch Iceberg. So I mean, he doesn't even spend most of his time doing gambling streams. What are you talking about?
In the scenes as well, like I said, like I'm attributing to that. I am, because he said unpredictable stuff happened today, you know, a couple days ago. I don't think it's just like people love memeing and saying like it's just a Gamba addiction, but no, I don't think it's like that. I think there are probably some things going on.
I don't think he gambles for the majority of his streams, does he?
I don't like the way that he handled it though. Like I said, XQC bailing last second on shit camp is obviously bad. Cutie busted her ass for the event and spent a lot of our own money to make content for everyone. Like I was excited to fucking see him. Like I was excited to see him, you know?
Why didn't you put that in the tweet? That's what should have been in the tweet, man. You should have been like, hey man, I'm disappointed. I wanted to hang out with you. Why don't you like give me a heads up earlier instead of just like, you know, kind of not just not giving us that much notice beforehand.
Know what I mean? Why wouldn't I? XQC online, not great. XQC in person, awesome dude. Okay, straight up. Like that's one of the main things, right? Is that he's in person, he's a lot better.
What's wrong with him online? I don't understand. I'm so confused as to what he's even like trying to say with that statement. I think, okay, it might be possible, there's a slight possibility that maybe he, kind of wants some drama with the juicer, as he calls him, because, XQC is like far more popular than him. He knows that if he gets his name tied with XQC, that'll like keep him relevant and drive his engagement up. I feel like Hasan, for the most part, he pretty much survives based on drama. There were like the concurrent dramas that were going on, like back to back to back to back to back. Where would his audience be? His audience probably wouldn't be around, to be honest. Like people would forget about him and move on to other stuff, but they don't, because hey, forget about you hear about I don't know, him saying that America deserved in a video game. Okay, you forget about that for a few months, but then he I don't know, there's like the whole MasterChef controversy, so you hear about him for that, and then there's like he goes and says the C word on stream, so then you hear about him for that. Then there's the whole tier list drama with XQC, you hear about him for that. There's the whole Andrew Tate situation, you hear about him for that. And then there's this stirring up drama over QT Cinderella's event, which, by the way, is like one of the biggest events like when it comes to Twitch. So of course, talking about that and having drama surrounding that is also gonna like buoy his popularity, which is weird because he also like is not the kind of person who even needs like the popularity. Like he could be like he could be relevant if he like stayed out of drama, but
XQC interacting with other content creators, great content. But yeah, I just didn't like that. I think, look, my most charitable interpretation of this is that he basically said, like, was trying to maybe make a meme out of not coming. And I think it fucking failed because, like,
that's worse because you're literally using like somebody else's event for your own clout at that point, and that's just bad form.
Now everyone is, now everyone's like shitting on QT. It's so fucked up. Like, this person is. Seems like you have a more valid reason to bail than XQC, considering you've been sick for almost a week now, bro. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna bail. I'm not gonna fucking bail.
He's been going.
The reason why I'm not.
And one thing that's cool that I've seen from Hasan is that he's been finding a way to stream like from like a hotel room or something on his own, doing his own solo streams during the event, which is kind of cool because usually, this forces you to go on a hiatus and their stream, like these streams just like simulcast whatever's on QT's feed for the camp. But this time they're actually doing their own stuff, at least Hasan is, so that's kind of cool.
I'm not gonna bail is because I'm not gonna do that to QT. Okay? Why are you bending over backwards to defend this guy? I'm not.
Defending who?
I'm not defending him at all.
He's attacking him, and I think it's unfair.
Look, ultimately, even if there's like personal shit going on, just say it. Just be like, listen, there's personal stuff going on.
Does he know something? Is he trying to expose that there's something personal going on in XQC's life, and he wants to like drag that out so that like there's like a big thing? Like, I think that Hasan, as like dubiously genuine as he is, he probably is close enough to XQC to know whether or not there's something personal going on in XQC's life that would interfere with him wanting to go to this camp. And he's saying, hey, XQC, just say what's going on personally in your life. I hope that this is not a ploy to like get him to air out something about his personal life, but it could be. It could very well be. So I don't know. I feel like this is bad form, Hasan, but this is not the first time I've said that about you.
There's family stuff going on, or whatever. Don't be like, I'm not coming because Soda's not coming. And I think even if he made a joke about it, like, because I think that
the way that the way that I perceived it was that like if Soda was there, he would have felt more comfortable being there. I could completely understand if he's like, if he would be like anxious or nervous around so many people again. So
that was originally what happened. He just like said, when he saw the video, he said, "Oh, Soda's not coming, so I'm not going either." And that like it's gonna fucking suck if Soda's not there. He basically said something along the lines of like, I saw the tweet. He said something along the lines of like, "Oh, if Soda's not, I'm not gonna go because Soda's not going, and when Soda's not going, it's gonna be, it's not gonna be like funny."
I don't know how much of this I want to sift through. This is just like him attacking someone who he claims to be a friend of. It's just like terrible.
Was it bad?
Anyways.
She busted her ass for the event, spent a lot of her own money to make content for everyone. I think him claiming it's because Soda's not coming in the event will not be bad. Wait, what? Hey, him claiming it's because Soda's not coming and the event will still not be bad. Wait, when did I say that? Wait, when did I say that?
See, one thing that's interesting is so apparently he didn't even, that's not even what he meant to say. And that's why I was thinking XQC really did himself a disservice in Cutie, a disservice, because he wasn't clear in his initial statement, and it could be very easy to take what he said the wrong way. But then again, he was also so vague that it's unfair to take it in such an terrible way, like Hassan Piker did here.
I never said that.
27 months, 26 months.
I never said that.
XQCL.
I literally said the event will still be amazing, and it will still be good.
Oh, that's interesting. Wait, where did he say that though? Because I mean, again, I haven't seen all the context of all the drama, so I mean, I don't know where all this stuff is coming from.
How did I imply it? You're delusional. Wait, you're completely delusional. Wait.
So maybe there was a time when he, like I said, he should do, went through. Maybe there was a time where he went through and clarified everything that he said and like said what he actually meant.
You guys are losing your fucking mind, saying that I think the event was gonna be bad. You guys, it's all.
He didn't say that it was bad, but what he said, I think, kind of implied that it would be bad because, like, I need someone like Soda to run good stuff.
Introspection. I at least said that I'm not as good, or it was all like, I'm not actually making content. When, yeah, it was all towards me though, and if it's like towards the event, it's not even.
Interesting. So what he was saying was that he was saying like, I need someone like Soda around if the content surrounding me is going to be good. Oh, that's an interesting twist on it. He worded it terribly, but that's interesting. I didn't know that that's what he meant.
But that is a good parallel to Hassan.
Who is he talking to?
Hassan is decent as a friend of people, right? But did he take the due diligence of seeing if the information that he had was wrong or true, or did he double check or reach out when something happened? No, he did not.
Nope.
He assumed the worst because he had to gain the most, and he just maximized that.
And again, if XQC had as many views as like me, and he was on the same level as like friendship, and the same event was happening, he wouldn't go on my neck like he went at XQC's neck with, because, like you said, you know, he doesn't have to gain the most. Again, I think he's kind of punching up here because drama.
And that's what happened. Literally. That's it. And is that somebody you want to be a genuine friends with over a long period of time and make an actual bond? Or is it more an acquaintance for stream and for content?
And that's interesting because he's guessing that he's kind of catching on to the fact that, hey, maybe this guy doesn't actually like me and he only wants to be friends with me because I'm a streamer and I can get him clout.
Then you have to.
You're catching on, XQC. You know, you're. I see the wheels turning. I see the wheels turning, my friend.
You know. Yeah. Bro, this Mr. Carson guy.
Riding this.
This Mr. Carson guy, bro. What are you talking about?
And this is one thing I feel bad about too with the whole situation is that, you know, I feel like maybe these are like Hassan's fans that are flooding this chat, but like it's still pretty bad that he keeps on getting so much hate for this. He made his decision. Let him be. Again, he didn't say that his camp would be bad. No, I think at most he said that a camp run by Soda Poppin would be better than than without Cutie. But then, like he explained, he was basically just saying that, hey, I can't make good content, but I don't have someone like Soda around. Mr. Pizza says, when WWE streams it, it was just like a song. Oh my goodness. What? Mr. Pizza said in the chat, when Not a Newbie stream setup is just like Hassan's, it took you until now to realize that I'm copying Hassan Piker? How? I made it obvious this whole time. No. Yeah, there are definitely elements of Hassan Piker streams that, I sort of modeled my my streams off of Hassan Piker a little bit. I like my two big influences when it comes to streaming is it's Hassan Piker, Hasanabi, and Ruslan. As much as I don't think that Hassan Piker is a great person, I think that like you can't deny he's entertaining and he's fun to watch. So I think that he makes for a good model, like someone to like sort of like imitate and be like, oh, okay, this is someone who knows the art of streaming fairly well. To borrow a turn from Ben Horman. So, why not like copy some things from him that are clearly working, implement them in your own content, but then put your own spin on it, like, And again, I borrowed some influences from Ruslan with my setup. I don't have a big old microphone, all up in my face. If I could, I would go without visible wires and earbuds, but I have to be like Ludwig here right now with my earbuds because I don't have the money to shell out for some sort of like in-ear monitor or something. If I had an elaborate setup like Ruslan's, I'd figure something out to make it so that this cable was invisible. Like I'd like hide it behind my back or something and have a desktop computer that's like around here so you wouldn't see the wires at all really or something. But I ain't got that money. He's got the Boku bucks. So anyways, let's get back to this drama though.
Riding this.
What was that? Is that a pasta?
Look the dick fucked Cinderella Omega lol.
Don't be rude to them. Bro, what was that pasta? Bro, what is that?
This girl I was talking to for about a month kept talking to this dude from Bumble, hiding it with do not disturb mode. Guys, beware of do not disturb on iPhone. It means she's talking to other guys.
Sleeping with me for sure or not. I don't know, that's unfortunate. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that pasta?
I'm confused. I don't understand. But anyways, here's the plot twist.
Camera, we have a big update here at Shit Camp. Teams? That's what? I would do count, but I don't super count. Plus, there's a super secret guest that might be coming tomorrow that might end up on the other team, but I don't know.
Wait, what? LeBron James?
Guys, it's...
LeBron James in multiverses.
Soda's coming. Don't tell XQC. He'll be here tomorrow.
Don't tell XQC.
I need team names, please.
Oh my goodness! I think that's that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. But yeah, sort of popping ended up showing up after all. I don't think XQC is going, but the whole situation is kind of unfortunate. Let's see Destiny's take here, because Destiny is actually, even though he's a lefty, when it comes to things other than politics, he's pretty level-headed. Even as a debater, he's pretty fire.
I would expect a friend, especially one that fucked up. That I kind of we rekindled.
Oh, he's fighting with Hassan. Uh-oh.
That is lame.
Now I want to see his reaction to this, because Destiny is the person that XQC said on stream, like told on stream that, hey, Hassan is a fake friend. So
that is lame. Bad faith actor, fake politician, TYT dog shit, fired employee, moronic Andy. I said.
Yo, he nailed it though.
Okay. Jesus.
Oh no. I know that everybody does this, so please don't think that I'm targeting just Hassan when I say this. I want everybody to get shade, okay? Including Pokey and everybody else, okay? I think it's really fucking lame that people are making alt accounts to tweet from. It's so cringe. Like, tweet it from your main. Or else, I don't know. That's just, I hate it when people, I hate it when people do that. Like, oh, like this is my other account that I tweet stuff from, so I can subtweet people and not have it get as much attention. Fuck bullshit. Just tweet it from your main. Don't, this side shit is cringe. Oh, it is cringe.
I don't think it's that cringe.
Oh, is it cringe?
It's fine if you want to say like something actually serious, because then you have a serious account, and then you could be like, okay, hey, this is like, you know, if I'm going to throw shade at people, if I'm going to start drama and arguments, here is the place where I hurl all of the mud at everyone. Here is the mudslinger. Follow this account, and then you know it's different if you're like burying that account, if you're not telling other people about that account, or if you don't like, I don't know, like retweet the tweets from that account, like I think that Hassan should be doing. I think it would be strange if he wasn't. So yeah, I don't think it's bad to have an alt account as long as it has a specific purpose.
Listen, I'm not gonna get stun locked too much, okay? I'm just disappointed.
I'm not gonna get stun locked. That's what everyone says before getting stun locked, including me.
That he's still doing this shit, even to this day, man. I'm still disappointed. Especially, I'm gonna say it. After casting out Destiny out of events.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
Destiny was right. Hey, listen.
Oh no.
Sometimes you gotta say how it is. Sometimes you gotta say how it is.
Oh no.
Okay. Sometimes you don't say it. Sometimes you follow it up. Sometimes you say it.
I don't think that Hassan wanted this, and I don't think he knew that this would become this big of an issue. Because I think this means that XQC is going to stop interacting with Hassan. And I don't think XQC is going to talk about Hassan too much in his streams anymore. And you know what this means, right? I think, you know, this means that Hassan's not going to be able to farm XQC for drama. Yeah, I think Hassan might have gone too far. Just a little bit.
Destiny was right then. Sorry, man. It is what it is.
Oh no. He's going.
Man, he didn't just burn that bridge, man. He like lit it on fire with dynamite. Like, that was not a smart move on Hassan's part.
One full bridge burner.
Obama. Dude, why is Disney watching right now? Why is Disney watching right now?
Did he ask if I'm watching? I can never understand what he's
Yeah, I think he did. I think that's what he said, yeah.
Dude, I had to say it, bro. Dude, you were right, man. You were right. Dude. Fucking Hassan flips harder than a fucking coin, dude.
This is so true.
Insane. It's insane. Dude.
Like remember when he was saying that like Ukraine would never get invaded by Russia? And then Ukraine got invaded by Russia, and Hassan was like, I got that wrong. But actually, I was right.
The wind blows one way, he flips. Blows the other way, he flips. Flip. Like, I don't know why he does that shit then. It's so odd, man.
Destiny LSF clip at top.
Dude, it's called clout chasing, bro. It's like it's a skill. It's an art.
Already. Stop.
Now, granted, you could chase clout by, you know, lying to people and being fake to them, or you could chase clout like by being like me, reacting to clips by XQC and Hassan Piker, because you know that if you reacted to clips by people who are relatively unknown, then no one would watch.
Brigading. What did I even say? I didn't even do anything. Oh, you mean this one? Oh no. Uh-oh. Big.
Yo, I know. I'm giving away my whole strat, bro. I gotta stop. The funny thing is the strat's like barely even working.
What did I even say? I didn't even do anything. Oh, you mean this one? Oh no. Uh-oh. Big drama fights, boys. X. What is this?
More haters on the Reddit. Again, really, guys, really? We're done? Again, dude? Dead. Recycle on the Reddit, man? Really did?
Is Destiny actually gonna say something? Because I want to hear Destiny's comments or thoughts on the whole situation.
Guys, so I can spend some time with the two-faced Kami.
Two-faced Kami.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be a blast, man. I hope I don't do anything wrong for a millisecond, because
Mr. Peter says if you want clout talk about Daniel, or worse 9 out of 10, that is literally why I don't talk about him. I think I completely understand that, you know, wanting to chase clout. But I think there are two things that can happen if you chase clout too much. You can chase clout too hard, You're pigeonhole yourself with content, right? Because people expect you to talk about Daniel Lloyd every single time you hop on stream. I'm not going to talk about Daniel Lloyd every single time I have on stream. And another thing too is that when you're in drama with somebody, if you're like in some sort of like clout war or clout battle with somebody, then that buoys their popularity. So do you guys really want people to be looking up Daniel Lloyd again? Do you guys really want Daniel Lloyd's views to go up? Do you really want more people going to his channel? If the answer is yes, then keep on talking about Daniel Lloyd. But if the answer is no, then leave the man alone. The man can be dumb and make bad decisions by himself. We do not need to bring attention to him and talk about him every chance that we get. I think it's just overdone, you know? That's like asking me to like explain why David Duke is racist every single time I do a stream. I'm not going to do that. And now we have another Daniel Lloyd clip that'll go up on the Clips channel. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's too much, man. It's too much. But anyways, Mr. Pizza, let's see here. I'm going to let him in. We should have Mr. Pizza in the Discord shortly. He wanted to talk about cancel culture. And I'm kind of curious because I don't know what side of cancel culture he's on. But Mr. Pizza, whenever you're ready, you can pop into the Discord and talk about the cancel culture. And while I'm waiting for you to pop in, I'm going to read these chats here. Mr. Pizza, I love the close zoom from the new close zoom from GigaChat. It's been in my system for a while actually. I just don't use it a whole lot, but I'm glad you guys like it. DJL says it made a new clip. Nice. I gotta check the cutting room thing to see all your clips as you send them. Because your clips are fire. Do you make your clips on desktop? Or no, sorry, on your phone? Because I saw one of your clips and I was like, oh, do you do that on your phone? Because that's kind of impressive. Because it looks like you were like recording it live. That's just happening from your phone. DJL says, I watched a movie the other night. What movie did you see? I'm actually about to buy a few movies myself sometime soon. I'm going to be buying the second and third parts of John Wick because I haven't seen those yet. And I'm also going to be buying American Psycho because I've heard that's really good. Yeah, Mr. Pizza, join the breadline. You watched The Great Gatsby. Oh, interesting. I've heard it's really good, but it's not not a genre that I'd ever be interested in watching, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully it's as good as everyone said it was.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hey, what's up?
What's up, Giga Chad? What's up?
Oh, all right. So you said you want to talk about cancel culture, right?
Yeah. I have some takes, you know.
All right, but so what are these takes? Do you what do you think about cancel culture? Are you a fan? Are you a stan or no?
Okay, well, see, you know how cancel culture goes like two different ways, right? You know, you have half the people that think it's fine depending on the purpose of it, and then you have other people that just hate it, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of move between both lines. I feel like with cancel culture, like, let's say you're canceling somebody like a pedophile or something, or a racist, etc. You're trying to raise awareness, trying to, you know, clean up and stuff like that. I think that's completely fine, you know? You're doing something for a good cause right there. But then you have the bad side of cancel culture, you know, mainly Twitter, where if you just say on Twitter, you're gonna get canceled, which I think that's the stupid side of cancel culture.
Well, okay. Well, here's my thing. I think that first of all, if people are like, "Hey, you know, you're a racist, so I don't want to associate with you," or even if you're like, "Hey, I found out this person's a racist," I'm gonna go out and say, "Hey, in case you guys didn't know, this person is a racist." Just so that you know, like, he's a racist. I don't think that's necessarily bad, but I think the problem is when people think that like knowing this information means that you have to like start some sort of like campaign or crusade to get the people torn down. Because I think if you the problem with justifying cancel culture in any form, or canceling anyone in any form, is that you know, it's like giving the government power. Eventually that's gonna like turn around against you. And we've seen that with oh my goodness, do I have this in my React stuff? I don't know if I have this in my React stuff or not. But if I don't, I should. The girls from Euphoria, I think actually Brett Cooper broke it down, but the girls from Euphoria, they all of them basically have all been ensnared in some sort of drama. You had Sydney Sweeney, you know, ensnared in drama because her parents wore MAGA hats in a picture.
What?
I'm not even joking. Then you had the one who plays the actor who plays Jules in Euphoria got like canceled for liking some random like tweets or Instagram posts or something like that. We're talking about Euphoria, which is like one of the most like, I guess, like modern progressive shows that sort of like, if you're talking about like what like pushes like the leftist agenda, one would assume that Euphoria is one of those shows. So, you know, I think I made a post about this on Instagram. It's like, if Democrats really aren't cannibals, it's always been proven that the left is eating their own. Well, it's because they're the ones championing and justifying cancel culture. And if you justify cancel culture, you say it's okay to cancel people, then people will eventually figure out that it's fine to cancel you. So that's why I don't like canceling people. That's why I don't like running around talking about Daniel Lord all day, every day. Because, hey, and you know, hey, look, you know, I'm not being hypocritical. You know, I went in and talked about, hey, like, this guy's a racist. And then I think people didn't like understand the totality of everything that happened. So I went and brought all my receipts. I was like, hey, here's proof that this guy's a racist. But I mean, I'm not gonna like, you know, endorse some sort of hate campaign against him. I'm not gonna like talk about him all the time on my stream because I already talked about him. If you want to know what I said, go watch my old videos. You don't need any new material. What he did was already enough. You know what I mean? So like, you understand where I'm coming from with me thinking that cancel culture is not a good thing.
Yeah. No, I feel like some exceptions can be made. Like, I mean, you've seen people like pedophiles get canceled, and that's like not a horrible thing to cancel somebody for, because that can like legit protect a lot of people and can raise a ton of awareness about them.
But I think it's different. Sorry, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, because you know they're bad people. You know, they're an issue. They need to be locked in prison. You know.
Yeah, well, the tough thing for me is that there's a difference, right? Because you know, I think it's to a certain extent it's okay to like cancel people for those sorts of things if it's like a crime and then they've been you know, sort of like convicted of that crime. So for instance, like R. Kelly, I'm not opposed to canceling R. Kelly. You know, I don't think that'd be a terrible thing to do. He got convicted of like, I don't know, like assault or something. So, you know, I'd be fine with you know, canceling R. Kelly.
Kind of like an example, you know, CWB. Thank you. I'm pretty sure you're aware of that person. Yeah, like he's an actual registered sex offender.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if someone is like accused of a crime and is convicted of the crime, and the crime is the type of crime where it's like you're pretty sure that the person's like going to go out and, you know, harm other people again, like CWB, for example, or R. Kelly, or even though he didn't, you know, get convicted, O.J. Simpson. You know, you don't want or who's the person you have a crush on, DJ LL, Carla. You know, these types of individuals are the kinds of people who are going to, you know, go out and harm more people. So especially when it comes to a perspective of safety, right? Legitimate safety, you know, because I think that, like, you know, a lot of racist people aren't going to actually go out and harm people, but killers will. Rapists will. Right. So you do want to make sure you sort of silo them away from the sorts of spaces where the people who are most likely to be their victims they're gonna have access to them.
Right.
So there's like a safety component involved. Whereas like if it's a crime, the person's been convicted and it's a type of crime where you know that if the person's like kind of in a you know, in a compromising situation, they're gonna take advantage of that, then you make the common sense call. But that's different than cancel culture. That's just safety.
Right.
You know, you don't put CWB in charge of the children's ministry.
Oh my god. That's bro.
It's common sense.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, let's be real. CWB is most likely behind bars right now. Let's be real.
Yeah. I do think that crusades against someone who's like already been punished are kind of dumb though. So so like if I don't know, if CWB is like behind bars, what more do you need to do, right?
Yeah.
Do you still like agree with me on cancel culture? Do you still think cancel culture is like a good thing in like some circumstances?
Because how you mentioned, like when it comes to stuff like like if they're actually convicted of something, that's what I agree on. Yeah.
Or if they're actually going to harm someone. So I think that like there can be cases where like I think Ezra Miller would be fine to cancel because he's like demonstrated that he's like willing to harm people even though he hasn't been convicted yet. Versus Daniel Lord, I don't think that he's like so much as like touch the skin of a black person. So I don't know if it's like
you never know. I mean,
I'm just saying.
I mean, according to him, he had black friends apparently.
I wonder if they'd say the same. But I think, that basically, like, if someone's like just demonstrated that they're gonna actually harm someone in the real world, not say mean words or something, but like actual harm, then yeah, it's fair to ostracize him. But Daniel Lord hasn't done that. You don't see a picture of him like sucker punching a black dude in the street.
Oh my god.
No, you don't. I'm just saying.
True.
But yeah, did you have any more points that you wanted to make before we get back to the internet content?
I don't think so, no. I just wanted to briefly talk about this, Yeah,
no, it's a good topic to talk about. And if anyone has any like opposing like perspectives, like go ahead and let us know in the chat or reach out to me if you want to do another debate. DJ also
I can't really talk. I can't necessarily talk about drama in a bad way and how it's like bad long term because I still I react to Daniel Lord videos, so I don't think I can. I don't think I necessarily.
You were throwing Daniel Lord into the chat. I think you were asking me to talk to him. So nah, but anyway, thanks for hopping on, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice.
I'll let you get back to your stream.
All right, cool. Let's see here. All right, so let's see. DJ also, I don't care if Jason Dean is a criminal. He's still. What did Jason Dean do? And who is Jason Dean? Those are two good questions. I feel like. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go into the react requests. React to something here. Let's see what this. Lennox said, you need to react to my YTP. Okay, let's see here. All right. We'll try reacting to YTP here. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we'll see. Cause y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of YTPs, but
are you ready, kids?
Captain!
I can't hear you!
Captain!
I can't hear.
This is extremely illogical.
I don't know.
How is the universe doing?
Yo, it took me forever to realize that people actually do that in real life. Because I just saw people using the emojis online, and I was like, people don't do that in real life. But then I saw my roommate, and he was like, and I was like, oh, that's a thing.
Welcome. Here we react. See ya.
Bruh.
I am.
That's some whiplash.
Illogical. You may see me every once in a while.
That's me with my streams.
See.
Don't do it.
You feel like you farted. I'm making this video because it's illogical.
And your take
is illogical. Okay. How is the AHCW universe doing today? We're drinking sparkling water. So let's get right into the video.
Okay. Nice. Tastes just like watermelon.
How that'll hurt my throat even more.
That's my mom when like trying to drink like well, actually no, it's not my mom. It's somebody else, but no.
Drink sparkling water daily. Fuck sparkling water.
Oh, it's the Liberator. What? What is what is I show? Wait, who is this guy? Chat, tell me who this guy is. Wait, chat, who is this guy? I want to know who he is. I'm gonna watch more. I want to watch more streamers, so I want to know who this guy is. Who's that? I was not expecting that.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Oh, okay.
How is the AHCW universe doing? I am Bulldog. I am Bulldog.
Nice. That was good. That was good. That was some good editing, and it had some good moments in there. Asano Jordan. Asano Jordan was one of my least favorite YouTubers. As Jordan Liberator's friend. Interesting. I don't know what's the whole situation with that. That sounds kind of interesting. Anyways, got this one video I want to react to. I don't know if you guys want more Andrew Tate content. Frame isn't loading for some reason. I don't know if you guys want more Andrew Tate content, but here it is.
And we are now the revolution.
I was really hoping not to comment on Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate. Oh. They've made me do this. I was going to stay away from all conversations involving them and the stuff they were saying, but they had to go and mess with the Bible. They had to go and quote a Bible passage out of context.
Now, this shouldn't surprise you because Andrew Tate does claim, I think he does claim to be Islamic, so.
And you guys know that if a Bible passage is quoted out of context, I'm going to call it out. Mm-hmm. That's what this video
is. It's fire. Because the Bible is just like it's too great of a book to just be like completely just taken out of context and like misused and abused. Because it also gives people like a bad impression, an improper perspective on what the scriptures actually say, which is like pretty bad.
Is about today. We will be responding to Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate. I don't think there's anyone who's on the internet and surveys the internet, is on Instagram or YouTube, that has not heard about the Tate brothers. Now, very recently,
one thing I'm curious to see though is how many people in like 20 years are going to know who Andrew Tate is.
Recently, Andrew Tate was suspended from all social media platforms. And I think that's pretty unfair. I think it violates freedom of speech. He says a lot of wrong stuff that I disagree with, but I want to defend his right to say it. And I was actually going to kind of not make any comments about it because there's plenty of people that have made very reasonable comments about it. But it seems like they've signed a deal with Rumble.
Now I'm calling in the favor.
And in their first broadcast,
is that his brother?
They went and quoted a passage out of the Bible. Tristan Tate goes on to say that he's calling in favors, that people have to record this message.
Is this like a hotline? Like, what is this?
His followers, his disciples, you might be one, have to record this message and spread it all over social media. And to back that up, or to use a proof text for the message to his disciples, he quotes the following from Jesus. Let's check out that passage.
brings me to one of my favorite Bible verses that I'm going to read to all of you content creators out there and everyone.
His voice sounds pretty similar.
Trying to build your channels. When I say switch to Rumble, let me hit you. I need you to record this stream. I need you to record my words. I need you to spread this message. Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall.
No. Okay. There's a really great song by the Christian rapper Flame. I think it's Context or something like that. But essentially, what he's doing is it's not exegesis. Exegesis is when you look into the text and you see what the text means, and then you're like, okay, I guess the text means what it means. This fellow here is doing is not that. That's not what he's doing. What he's doing is something known as, I think it's called eisegesis, where you read stuff into the scripture. You want a scripture to say a certain thing, so you stuff it in there like a Tostitos Hot Pocket. They're trying to put that in there, but unlike the Tostitos Hot Pocket, it just doesn't fit because this is not designed to hold that message. You know, this verse, I don't think that when God was writing this, he was like, yes. So now people will know that if they follow the words of Andrew Tristan Tate, they will be like wise men. I don't think that's the point of the verse.
Because it had been founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like the foolish man who built his house on the sand, and the rain fell, and the floods came, and the wind blew and beat against the house, and it fell, and a great fall it was.
I'm familiar that these gentlemen claim to be Christians. Apart from the fact that they promote fornication, apart from the fact that they say all sorts of unbiblical and ungodly stuff, especially about what it looks like to be a man, they have to go on and quote a passage that is coming out of the mouth of Jesus about himself and apply it to themselves. Now, this is borderline blasphemous, if not all out blasphemous. Listen,
it's ridiculous.
Tristan, with all due respect, man, if you ever watch this video, learn to read your Bible in its context. You can't just willy-nilly pick passages from the Bible and quote it like it's talking about you. I don't care who your teachers are. I don't know if anybody's even taught you how to read the Bible. You clearly know how to read, but reading the Bible is different. Reading the Bible has to be put into a certain context. And let's talk about this like man. I don't think it's a right thing for you to take another man's words and misuse them and misapply them.
And the worst part about this is that he has a lot of tater tots out there who are going to just agree with everything he says. And so now they're going to think that's what the Bible, that verse means. When Jesus was saying that he was talking about Andrew Tate, that is literally what these people are going to think, which is absolutely ridiculous, 1000% ludicrous. But that's what people are going to take away from what he just said.
I think that's offensive. I think that's wrong because it is incorrect for you to misrepresent another man, especially in this case, that man being Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. So I want to very firmly speak to you and your followers. I call them disciples because they act like disciples. They function like disciples. If you're going to quote the Bible, you better quote it properly. So let me give you a little breakdown about that passage. That passage is about...
This is great. So everyone in chat, if you guys are confused, you don't know the scriptures too particularly well, here's a good... This guy is a far better theologian than I. I'm not a theologian at all. He's going to break down exactly what was meant by the passage, what the context was, and all that jazz.
Jesus. That passage is about individuals who build their house, who build their lives on Jesus Christ. And when the winds come and when the storm comes, and they will come, those individuals will be able to withstand that storm, that wind, that chaos. There's a very serious question to you and your disciples, whether you guys have built your house on the solid rock that is Jesus, whether you guys have built your house on yourselves, whether you've built your house on your reputation, whether you've built your house on your money and your luxury cars, or is it Jesus Christ, the foundation, the author and finisher of our faith, that you have really built your house on? If you have built your house on Jesus Christ, then you will follow him in regards to everything that he says. Jesus said, "Those who love me, obey me." Don't just talk the talk. Christianity is about walking the walk, especially as a man. If you just talk the talk and do not walk the walk, you should take your own advice.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, yeah, it was just awful. That was awful. And the thing is, like, I was kind of laughing because it was very ridiculous, but I do have to take it a little bit more seriously because there are people who are actually going to believe what he said there. And that's like pretty harmful because it's going to keep people away from Christianity when they would otherwise go to it if they knew what the scriptures actually said and what the gospel actually is. All right, Mr. Pizza wanted me to react to this here. There's like some wrestling highlights.
What are we about to see? Oh my God!
What?
What is... Oh! Your back is not supposed to bend like...
Jerry Lynn, 0 defeats against him. AJ Styles has won. If Jerry Lynn can defeat AJ Styles just once...
Okay, not bad.
Teddy fucking Hart. Oh my God, Teddy Hart!
Holy fuck! You know, I hate that this is all fake, but it's still pretty cool acrobatics. Because, like, yo, the skill it takes to pull these moves off has got to be insane. What?
Jack Evans instead cuts him off and snaps off the top rope Hurricane Run.
Okay, that was crazy, yo, what?
Jack Evans instead cuts him off and snaps off the top rope Hurricane Run.
Yo!
Getting involved and Ring of Honor. Good night.
Oh!
Right on her head.
He was laughing at him.
You'll see all the wrestlers convalesce on the floor, but not Jack.
Oh!
The action continues here with Matt Sydal.
Oh, that kick looked real.
Oh, he's a fat dude doing this. He hits it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that. Mr. P says, let's get something out of the way. Wrestling is scripted, but the moves, risks, and stunts performed are real. Okay. I don't know if all of those hits are like actually as impactful as usual. That kicks look real though. But I mean, a lot of it, I feel like a lot of it's like slapping. Like the dude like slapped him in the jaw and he like fell out. I don't think he actually was unconscious.
Brazilians of red. They're just doing everything he can to fight out of this move.
Oh no.
And Jay just sticking with it. Jay Driller.
Oh.
Jay Driller. Look at Get up, you fucking idiot. Fuck. Come on, stop the damn match.
The Swits are neutral. They are the fuck is this shit?
Well, Chris Hero certainly thought so.
Oh, outside.
And now Claudio Classic Noah throwing his teacher.
Heel kick to the back of the head of Slim J here. My goodness, the way he threw him in, rotating through it.
Now, I didn't know that they had wrestling events that were this scuffed. Like this is not like WWE stuff.
In the streets of New York, wrestle all over the East Coast, one of the most dominant tag teams in
This Tiger Driver right here is Davey Richards. These two men actually meeting in the Battle of Los Angeles. Ooh! Going for
puts him into the barn rail.
That was nasty.
Oh! Impactful move by Douglas.
Mill into the
that looked like it actually
Phoenix
probably
with a
hurt.
kick, and now the man of 1,000 deaths might be dying 1,000 deaths right here. Huge double stumble. Man!
Okay.
What balance? Step up, Rana. Amazing. He is not done.
Everybody in that front row just got the seas parted.
Here we go again. You know, you talk
That move did not work out how he thought. I don't know what he thought he was doing, but that did not work.
Come over with the backdrop. Deppen runs in, catches the elbow. No. God damn it.
Shigehiro Iri. Oh, it's just every environment. And I love that they all have ring gear on too, or entrance gear. Here we go.
The match is underway with a. He says he's never been more excited for an opportunity in his life. Look at Jack Evans go. Drop kick for Loki. Right back into the pin.
Back bridge. Right here, Trey Miguel. Oh, there's the kickback. Roll through.
That looks so awkward.
And still maintains control. Now it's locked into
He has Deppen up. Deppen raking those eyes to get out of it. Trying to create some separation. It's called the board.
Nice.
Did Drake just take a seat? Oh! A big swanton tope. And he went right into that cage there, and he's mad at everybody.
I was confused by that one. That was a lot of flips, man.
Makes such a great match here at Ring of Honor. Look at Reddy, can barely stand on his feet. Oh! You gotta be kidding me!
Nice. Oh my goodness, look at the chair out, bro.
Van Dam went for the spin kick. He takes the legs out at the end. He ends up on top. Pump handle pickup.
Yo, the chair's bent too. Like I bet like some of those stunts. I'm sure it's all like done so that they don't get like injured usually. But that looked like it probably still hurt.
Good Lord. When he and Jack Evans were late to the show anyway. Ow! Destroying the competition. And down.
If I didn't think that was fake, I would guess that he actually was hurt.
Out of the waistlock. Is he going to German him? He went for the German suplex, but he
that did not work. He landed right on his
feet. Leg attack that time. And it suplexed him on a chair.
Gifted, and for someone of his size and mass, KTP can do a lot of interesting things,
including plow through his opponent.
And just like that, Trey Miguel defying gravity. What does Trey have in mind?
Oh
my God! Oh my God!
The ring ropes. And
it looked like someone's about to come at her neck though from behind though. I don't know why the quick cut off.
The ring ropes, and that's a break for Zema Ion. Evans goes flying.
Fighting from underneath. Oh no! God fucking damn it! What the hell?
Oh, it would be a big feather in his cap if he pins both members of the SAT. Just got dropped on his head. That's it.
I'd be surprised if
I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine how that doesn't injure you.
Brings it back into the ring. Submission for momentum. Whoa! Fine agility. Springboarding off that.
By Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like that Pentagon.
Yo, what's all these masks?
On the now.
Yeah.
Throws him into Blake Christian.
Turns into a 450.
I was not ready for that.
Generico.
These clips with like a bunch of different wrestlers in like the same like fight are kind of like, it's like kind of harder to gauge like who's actually going to be the person to go down. So that makes it kind of interesting.
Better go for that Yakuza kick. Here he comes. Oh, and Super Dragon. Oh, turns him inside out on that.
AJ Styles has one elimination against him. That took less than 30 seconds.
He got taken out.
Great kick by Low Key from behind. Then the bridging pin. Where did Evans come from? Now it's shove and official. You know what these stripes mean?
Respect those stripes.
Into the ropes.
What's he doing?
With that scissors on Ethan Page.
In the words of Kikutaru.
You're not supposed to do that.
By Johnny Mundo, who also knows what it takes to be champion here. Push-up airplane onto the ropes. Wow. Phoenix scaling the ropes now, using them for momentum. Wow, Johnny coming up as well. Phoenix is one step ahead.
Probably sample some of the sounds from this match, though.
Oh, no. No, don't do it, Dickinson.
Oh, he's
trying to end the career of Justice.
Double stop. Yes, he is.
Trying to break that.
was like, get off of me.
Doubly effective.
Priceless.
Pendulum elbow by Aries follows. Aries on top and low key. Big double boots to the back. That's one way to break up a pin.
Okay.
Out of this match
I was
with
not
some
expecting that
incredible
one.
early offense. What does Teddy have in mind now? Oh, God.
He wants to kill someone. Electric chair into death.
Yeah, that looks like that would hurt you.
He does a clothesline. German suplex on the top of his gay head. Mafia just dropped him.
And Kaylee Ray back in control. Springboard. Oh, Sadie Gibbs moves.
Oh.
A massive spear by Sadie.
That looks like the kind of thing that causes internal bleeding.
The Super Rana. To Christopher Daniels. He softened him up with that roaring elbow. And Twisting Phoenix.
Yo, that flip though.
Trying to crack his ribs here. He's trying to break his ribs. Oh my God! And he may have done it. And he also.
He shouldn't have had the chairs there. I feel like that might not have helped the situation. I'm just saying.
It's bad news for Matt Justice. Justice finds a way out. Justice with the spear!
Ooh. Oh.
Ribs and head first. It looks like ribs through the door and head on the
That looked real though. That looked real. Like the ref reaction and then his like his groans. That looked real.
Finds a way out.
I bet he actually like.
Justice with the spear!
I don't think he got injured, but I bet that hurt. Like that reaction, that looked
Ribs
real.
and head first. It
That
looks
was
like ribs
bad.
through the door and head on the
In that match. And now Super Dragon. Oh, suplexing El Generico into the
shoulders of the great Canadian hero. Pops him up. Backbreaker. Good fucking Lord.
Says to Earl Hebner. He's the one that brought it in. Instead, rolls through to the corner. Lynn gets out of the way.
Oh, nice. That's a nice twist on things because usually you hit him with the chair, but he just like hits the chair with him.
Tossed him right out of the chair. Stacks him up for two.
This does not look good.
Ooh.
On the table, on the door, on the Death Valley driver, on the chair. Jimmy Hammocks come alive. Jimmy Hammock sets him down. 1, 2, 3 to be.
That was a good takedown. Okay. Crowd surfing? Is that? Is it just me, or are these women more acrobatic because like they're like doing all these flips that like you don't see the guys doing? Like I don't know. I just think that's interesting. That's cool. That's fun. That's really fun. All right, now I gotta pick something to of my own to react to. It's gonna do the back and forth like I was saying. Let's see. Not a newbie for WWE champion, no. I'd be a foil. They'd pick me as someone to like die. DJL's making another clip. You're working hard, DJL. I appreciate it. I appreciate you working on these clips for me. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? I'm trying to figure out what, because I have so many good things here to that I could react to. All right, here I'm gonna react to this here. It's a Babylon Bee skit.
I'm Regan Filibust. Welcome back to Peaceful Protest or Insurrection. It's the game show where you guess whether it's a peaceful protest or an insurrection. It's pretty much what it sounds like.
Sounds like a fun game, guys, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound like a fun game?
Let's play. Frank, welcome back to the show.
Hi.
You have already won $125,000, or 1 pound of beef so far. Let's move on to the next question.
These guys are funny.
Question number 13. Is this a peaceful protest or an insurrection?
Oh, man.
I would have to say it's a peaceful protest because of the fire. And I'm not joking.
Man, I think you mean non-birthing person.
Sorry. Non-birthing person. This one's a toughie. I think with all the fire, justice, and there seems to be like a sense of justice going on there. I'm gonna go with peaceful protest, final answer.
Ooh, I'm sorry. That's correct. Question number 14 for $500,000 or 1 tank of gas. Is this a peaceful protest or an insurrection?
I remember this. This is Portland, Oregon. That's Antifa trying to take down a courthouse. If I remember correctly.
Boy.
Sorry, underage person who identifies as a future non-birthing person. This one's really hard. I'm gonna phone a friend.
Okay.
Phone a friend. That's cool.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Is this a joke to you?
No. I'm sorry, Mr. Filibuster. I just like to call my friend Cammy.
Okay, let's get Cammy on the line.
Hi, Cammy.
Hello.
It's Frank.
Well, hi, Frank.
I'm on peaceful protest or insurrection, and I really need your help. Okay, there's a mob burning down a courthouse, and I need to know if it's a peaceful protest or an insurrection.
Frank, what courthouse is it?
I'm not sure. It looks like maybe Portland.
Are they protesting that they're losing the right to kill babies, or is it something?
Well, it kind of looks like.
I'm speaking. Well, is it that they can't kill babies, or is it something else?
I think Kavanaugh. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's.
No, it's not Kavanaugh.
Maybe it's the babies thing.
Some people think we shouldn't kill babies. Babies are like small humans, and that's bad. So if it's like that, that's a peaceful protest.
Okay, well, Cammy seems pretty sure of herself. I'll go with peaceful protest. Final answer.
You really stepped in it this time. You moron. You absolute exhaust pipe. Because you just won $500,000!
$500,000, everybody!
Now, for the grand prize of $1 million or 1 week's...
I thought that would be the last one, honestly, with the tone.
...worth of groceries for a family of 4. Is this a peaceful protest or an insurrection?
Oh, man. I mean, a gender-neutral individual. Well, it's not quite as fiery as all the peaceful protest people, but they're not destroying quite as much. There's that guy with the buffalo hat, which is kind of scary. I'll go with insurrection.
You stupid Windex-sniffing pea-brain tub of lard! Were you dropped on your head as a child? Did your mom watch Teletubbies when you were in the womb? Is Sammy Hagar your favorite Van Halen singer? Is Kokomo your favorite Beach Boys song? I just can't believe you would be so idiotic as to answer correctly and win $1 million!
I got $1 million! I can pay off some of my student loans now!
Now settle down, everyone, because we have one bonus question. Ooh. How will the government spend their half of your $1 million?
Wait, what?
Is it A, Argentinian clown college, B, providing cocaine to Japanese quail, C, paying senior citizens to play World of Warcraft, or D, all of the above?
I'm going with B. I'm going to go with B. I am going to go with B.
Can we sock you back to the government getting half my money?
I'm gonna need an answer, Frank.
A, I guess?
Finally, a good answer. But you're wrong! Ha! It's D, all of the above. Congratulations.
Oh.
This has been Peaceful Protest or Insurrection, which is the game show where you already saw the show, you know what the rules are. Join us next week where we steal a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory for justice.
That's good. I think the humor there was kind of on the nose. Oh, there's more.
If you enjoyed this game show, it was adapted from the content in this book, The Babylon Bee Guide to Democracy. You will learn how to tell a peaceful protest from an insurrection. You will learn how to steal a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory for justice, and how to recognize dangerous insurrectionists, like the guy wearing the buffalo hat or a squirrel. You can pick this up anywhere fine printed products are sold.
I think that was funny, but I do think that the humor was laid on a little bit thick, or like the messaging was laid on a little bit thick. I don't mind political stuff. I love political stuff, but I think if you're trying to do humor, then it's always best to try and have at least some brevity. You know what I mean? I think some brevity is great. All right, let's see. The next O says he sent a short clip. I think this clip I'm pasted into my browser is it. Whoa, 15 seconds, that is short. SkyCorp home video. No. No. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. No, you can tell that I'm not gay because I'm not enjoying all these crazy homoerotic YTPs you guys are sending me. Let's see, what do we have? DJ LL sent me something. Hold on, let me see this. By Helmet Chuck Videos. Let's see, I guess they're gonna see Helmet Chuck some videos here.
You know, I never thought I had to address this. You know, I've been getting away with it for far too long. You know, it's that feeling that I've got that made me feel wrong about me, you know. And it made me...
What are you saying? What does this mean? What?
You feel like...
Let's run that back.
I never thought I had to address this. You know, I've been getting away with it for far too long. You know, it's that feeling that I've got that
made
me feel wrong about me, you know. And
about what?
And it made me feel like I just don't want to, like, yeah. So whatever's being said about me.
What are you saying? My guy. What are you talking about?
It's true. You know, I did do what I did. You know, I did it. No consent.
What? Okay, I'm just gonna keep watching. I don't...
What the fuck is this video? Yeah, boys and girls, I have officially been called out on Twitter, you know? It's been rare.
That whole thing was a bit? I mean, it was like either this is 100% real and this whole video is a bit. I didn't expect them to just like pull the rug out from underneath, under me.
That I've been exposed on Twitter, but today is one of those days where a Twitter stan has lost their ever-loving minds against me. So I was just happily scrolling Twitter, and then I saw this tweet from Keem where it basically says, I bet now you guys will start caring about censorship. And it's a picture of an article, a screenshot article, where it says, Instagram removes the Pornhub account on Instagram. Boo, hoo, boo, fucking the who's. So I saw that tweet and then I decided to make my own tweet saying the Pornhub Instagram account got banned. Lol. Then, just like any other tweet I say, it doesn't get any traction, or nobody even says anything. It just stays blank with no replies, no likes, which is a typical tweet of mine, you know, not really too upset with it, just stating the obvious. But then, a new challenger has approached, boys and girls. I introduced to you guys Twitter Stan, or the Twitter...
This TGLL what?
Twitter Stan that called me out and made the allegations against me. Jason Dean's wife has decided to come out of the woodworks and decide, call me out, about the bad person that I am. When Twitter Stan decides to reply to my tweet basically saying, now why are you looking at the Pornhub Instagram account in the first place? Showing a SpongeBob face, being like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Being a little concerned for me, that I watch porn on my free time, basically. Then I responded to her, proving my innocence, basically saying, I didn't. I just saw a tweet with this picture, basically saying, the Instagram has removed the Pornhub account. And then she responds really funnily, saying, fuck you, give me your phone, let's see what you're watching.
Yo, DGLL and the whole Promised Land really know how to talk on the internet. Like, they're like masters of it. They make for some pretty funny threads.
You stupid idiot, show the world what you've been watching. And my dumbass was pretty stupid enough to send her my Instagram search history.
Yo, what? This is like the most like middle of the road, super normal, like non-differentiating search history I've ever seen. NFL, Gideon, cat memes. These are all things that pretty much everyone in the world has searched on the internet at one point. This is like so like generic.
History and my Instagram recommendations feed to just prove my innocence. Then she was like, you promise you didn't watch the Hub on Insta? And then I was like, no, fuck no. And then I'm gonna say this again. Fuck no, I didn't. I don't watch the Hub. I'm gonna show you my recent Instagram story from today. No, I don't watch a fucking Hub on
Turkey Tom. Okay, there
Instagram.
we go.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? Then Twitter Stan decides to give me the bright idea of making this turning this whole Twitter interaction into a whole YouTube video. And I was like, oh, nice. And that's the end of the video. Yeah.
And this is even making for more content because I'm reacting to it now. The one says I'm hopping off stream, so yeah. Oh, okay. I hope you enjoyed the stream, by the way. Let me know what you think, or what you thought of the stream.
Me and this Twitter user don't have any bad blood. She has a channel of her own. I'll probably put that in the card somewhere. If I don't, then I forgot, I guess. But anyways, yeah, so she kind of gave me this whole idea. It was pretty cool. So anyways, like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
That's funny how this was like this whole thing was like a ploy to generate content, and then like ended up generating content, and I kind of fell for it because I didn't even know that this was a whole thing of like, hey, let's make content around this. Like, I didn't even know that was like the point of it. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna watch a video by Bo Blam, which, by the way, if you have not been watching Bo Blam is fire. He's kind of like the new at least for me, he's kind of like the new like Hello Yassine or Blackie Speaks. Like, he's like a streamer who talks about music, and he's pretty cool. I enjoy watching his stuff.
Okay, well, one thing I wanted to speak on was, so with all this Andrew Tate business and all this Sneeko business, the red pill movement, which I think it has positives and negatives. Some of these dudes be crying online like all day about women. It's like, if the women really are pissing you off so much to the point where you gotta talk about them every day, like, you're just showing that you get no pussy. And I understand that Fresh and Fit probably do smash hoes and Sneeko do, but if you're like an actual
well, of course, because they intentionally live where the low-hanging fruit lives. They live in like Miami, Florida. So
that Fresh and Fit probably
like if you like want to like have very specific relations and you have no game, you can pretty much just like go to like, you know, where, you know, people are like not even gonna care about your game necessarily. Let's put it that way. I want to be tactful. So yeah.
Do smash hoes and Sneeko do, but if you're like an actual red pillar that's not an influencer, not making money off of it, like, you're probably just a loser who I speak about him like he saved my life. Andrew Tate, I assure you, did not save my life. I'm just telling you I agree with a lot of the shit that he says, because I saw that a lot of people were like getting like so angered by it, and
that dude is a walking red flag. You know, he couldn't be like a more like, I don't know. It's a joke that's fine, but you would not think it's fine. The dude is a walking red flag. That's what I'm gonna say there.
Stand by that. I think Andrew Tate was a good thing. It was like a reality check. It's almost like Trump. Trump came in, was like, yo, fuck all y'all. Everybody's corrupt. Whether you think he's corrupt or not.
But he was, but I mean, at least Trump was like more correct than Andrew Tate is.
He just like made everybody pay attention to politics. Although now it's so divided. We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, this is kind of, I watched a podcast clip by Impulsive. It's like Logan Paul's thing. Logan Paul hates Andrew Tate with a passion.
That's fair.
Saying that he's like bad, it's gonna end up giving repercussions for the future with these little kids who are gonna disrespect women. And you know what? That might be true.
It is true.
Because I don't know if an illogical human being that hasn't matured yet can understand what Andrew Tate is saying with all the nuances, because he says it so bluntly. But this is what Mike said.
There's no
I fuck with
nuance
Mike.
what he says, that's
he
the problem.
fucked Lana Rhodes, remember?
I don't understand this rush to get red pilled, and we were talking about the red pill, blue pill conversation and how it's become so prominent.
These people are rushing to become red pilled because they don't know what it's like to be a man, and so these people are just giving them like the short version of that. It's like if someone like doesn't have any enjoyment like in their life, and then someone gives them a Mike and Ike's, then they're gonna be like, oh, I need a sugar. I need that Mike and Ike's, because like their life is like devoid of like enjoyment, and then they have something that's like really enjoyable. Like the red pill environment, I guarantee you, these people who are in the red pill community don't have good role models as far as like what it's like to be a man. Because if you had a good role model, you had the real thing. You wouldn't fall for that. If you knew what a burger tasted like, you wouldn't be eating like candy instead.
Did you elaborate on what that is for people? Yeah. So in the movie The Matrix, Neo is given the opportunity, the choice to take either the red pill and to discover the true meaning of life. And
yeah, someone in the comments said Logan only hates him for marketing. I was thinking that too. I feel like Logan probably
no, because he could have had him on a show. He could have had an entertainment show if he wanted to. But if he's gonna go and be like, oh, he's the worst thing ever, of course he's gonna show up on the show.
Agrees a lot of things that Andrew Tate says, but like he got canceled once, similar to Andrew Tate, maybe even worse. He didn't get deplatformed though. I don't think people got deplatformed back in that day. But it's like almost cool, or not even cool, but like it's woke to like hate on Andrew Tate publicly when everybody else, all the other men, were supporting him. So now maybe Logan Paul's gonna get some brownie points with the bitches, even though he probably fucks a bunch of bitches for the reasons that Andrew Tate said.
And what the Matrix is and how it controls his mind, or taking the blue pill and continue on living in the Matrix as people know it. And over the past like couple years, the online community, or a small portion of it, by the way, the same small portion,
is no one going to clown him for wearing Beats headphones? Is no one going to clown him for wearing Beats headphones when we know the right-wing content queen herself has been besmirched for doing the same?
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper.
Are we not going to clown on our man? I don't even remember who this guy's name is. Mike, for wearing Beats headphones when people made fun of Brett Cooper for doing the same thing. They're the same. Okay? No, I'm just saying it's ridiculous to make fun of her. If you're going to make fun of her for wearing Beats headphones, go ahead and make fun of Mike then for doing the same thing.
person who also seems to be obsessed with a lot of the chauvinistic tendencies, a lot of the groundswell that we're seeing in that community is aligned with that red pill, blue pill community. My question is just like, for me personally, and the reason I say I don't care is because I'm not in a rush to red pill myself.
If you're already a man, why would you red pill yourself? The only reason you would red pill yourself is if you don't know how to be a man, pretty much. Like if you are what's it like to actually be a man? Because I really don't know. If you're seeking guidance, then that is when you become a red pill. Mike, you know, he may not be the best person in the world, but I think that he at least thinks of himself as a man. So then why would you, like, what would I need the red pill community for? I feel like I'm a man at this point. I mean, I'm like definitely not the best man in the world. I'm probably like lower than the 50th percentile, but I am nonetheless, I think, some semblance of what it means to be a man. So if you already like have some idea of what it's like to be a man, you don't need to red pill yourself.
A lot of this community right now is growing, and the streamers and Tate and all these people and Trump and all these people are growing to fight against this liberal agenda. And I'm not saying that that's a problem. I'm not saying that we need to push.
Like what I was saying with Trump. The only reason Trump existed and won is because there were so many liberals online. And by the way, I'm not Republican or Democrat. Fuck politics. I've never voted in my life. But people have gone so far left that Trump came and he just exposed everybody being a fucking pussy. And he was just telling shit how it was, or how he felt, at least his truth.
So what he's saying is Andrew Tate is Donald Trump. He's the Donald Trump of the red pill community, right? You know, he's a big leap. It's a big leap from you know, from Jordan Peterson to Andrew Tate. And the same types of people look to, you know, both individuals, even though they have radically different messages, right? You know, Andrew Tate says the problem is the women. All you need to do is get to work, make your money, get your bread, your Bugatti, and you're good. And Jordan Peterson says, oh, well, you know, you see, the problem is actually you. You know, if you will get rejected by 15 women, do you really think that it's the women that's the problem? No, the problem is you. What you need to do is you need to make up your room. You need to, set your bed. You need to do the things. Get your life in order. You know, get yourself some real long-term life goals. You know, some strategies. You know, have a purpose in your life, and then you will attract a suitable mate. You know, someone who will compliment you and help you along your goal, what you're trying to achieve in life. If you have nothing you're trying to achieve in life, then you're not going to attract a mate that will help you progress and proceed in life. Or let's say, even more tragically, we see this happen all the time in our modern societies. Two aimless people who are very physically attracted to each other, and you know, they get along well enough. You know, they have agreeable enough personalities, so they get along. You know, they don't fight in the instance that they are left alone in a room, for example. They may do other things, perhaps, but the fighting certainly is not one of them. But what happens, pray tell, when the man, finds a life goal, and then the woman comes to find out that life goal is completely antithetical to her own internal worldview and beliefs? Then you have real strife, don't you? Then you have a very, very painful and difficult situation. And you don't get yourself into that situation unless you first figure out, your own life meaning and your purpose in life. And it also, of course, will allow your relationships to have more success. You know, once you get in them, of course, you may not have as much success getting inside of them, but you certainly will have success once you're in them. I'm just rambling there. As I like doing Jordan Peterson impersonations, although I usually do them in my head. But anyway.
Which a lot of
my point in that I stumbled myself when I was doing an impression. But basically, Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson have different messages. They appeal to the same audience because both people are like, well, how do I be a man? How do I be a grown-up? How do I be an adult? Because I've just been raised to be a kid for 25 years, and now I'm on my own. I'm like, hey, maybe being a kid at 25 is not going to work. A lot of people in the red pill community are kind of the same way. It's just they get different guidance is all.
Politicians like this, circumvent the issue or circumvent the questions. He just told him like, no, you're a bitch, bro.
Back on woke, and that we need to get a little bit more moderate, right? But woke very much was a bunch of screaming, crying, annoying people. whiny bitches, both men and women. And now, without even knowing it, it has spawned a conservative group of whiny fucking bitches. Sitting at a fucking desk, complaining about, shut up.
How weird is that?
Slapped, get in the kitchen, masculine men, women have too much rights, shouldn't drive.
Wow.
Yo, that's a good point, though. You know, it's interesting. You know, is the red pill community basically just like the woke people, but just the other side of the spectrum? Kind of like you say, it doesn't make them any more sufferable. I will say that they're a little bit more entertaining to watch, because they actually are saying things rather than just screaming or howling at the moon, like they're like an otherkin or something. Like they're a lot more entertaining. But you know, he has a good point here.
Shut the fuck up.
What's the opposite of woke?
Yo, what colorway are those?
Women have too much rights, shouldn't drive.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
What's the opposite?
That's tacky, but I like it though. I like it.
Woke.
Sleeping. Put me to sleep. Give me the blue pill and the steak. I'm the guy in the Matrix eating the way the steak tastes, that juicy.
No. Mike is not the blue pill dude. What Mike is he's the dude who's smart enough to have already figured out the reality of the world, and so he knows how to operate in it without taking a stupid pill. So, dude, I'm like, I'm all serious. You know, I have my sunglasses. Take the red pill. Take the blue pill. And Mike's like, nah, I got it all figured out. Peace. He's not a blue pill guy.
Steak.
All right. So anyway, somebody in the chat asked, what is blue pill, red pill? Red pill is essentially, if you've watched the Matrix movie, is the pill you...
I can't believe how many of you guys don't know what the red pill and the blue pill mean. That part is like insane to me. It feels so pedantic to me watching all of these people be like, oh, what's the red pill? What's the blue pill? Everybody in every single person's chat, oh, what's the red pill? What's the blue pill? The person who's over here to Mike is right. He's like, what's the 40-year-old man? What's the red pill? What's the blue pill? I feel like everything's like, it's so colloquially known. Like DJLO, yes, I've heard of it. Everything is so colloquially known that you would assume that these people would know what this phrase is.
You take where you become aware of the matrix that you're in, which is what Andrew Tate was like trying to say. Now, he almost created his own matrix, like, because he created a cult. So is Sneeko, of people who follow them as a cult leader, as opposed to thinking independently. So, which kind of retracted from what he was trying to say. So that's why I'm like, a lot of y'all think I'm an Andrew Tate D writer. Nah, I just like some of the things he says. But I just think that red pill, it was cool, and I am low-key red pilled. I'd say I'm like pink pilled, right? Or no, I'm like purple pilled.
My guy said he's pink pilled.
This is just like politics. It's like blue is literally politics. Jesus Christ. Isn't red Republican and blue is Democrat? And the red pill is very like conservative values.
Figuring it out.
And then blue is That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I'm purple pill. I see merit to both sides. Makes sense. Wake the fuck up! That's what I hate about the red pill community too, though. It's like, wake up! It's like, bro, we hear you, we get it. And it's like, no! Wake up! The sky is falling. You're like, bro, chill. No! I swear they think the whole world is against them. It's like, dude, yo, nobody actually gives that much of a fuck. Most of the time, we're all playing single player. Like, I always tell myself this. Whenever you do something cringe, you know, like you're like sleeping, you're trying to sleep, and you can't go to sleep because you keep thinking of all the cringe things you did that day, or like what you did 10 years ago. But then I think to myself, nobody fucking remembers that. Only I do, because I don't remember any cringe moments by other people. And I feel like I have a pretty good memory. I haven't destroyed it too much from my college days.
Oh, no, my memory's gone. My memory's gone. ADHD brain to the rescue.
So you just gotta realize that it makes you feel better. And I feel like these red pill guys are like, they think that, and again, I'm gonna shit on the blue pill too, but the red pill guys, they care too much about what everybody else is doing. And same thing with the blue pill. They want to be all inclusive, but then I saw this one tweet. It was like something about like black people not being invited to white people events. And then this
what is a white people event? Unite the Right? A KKK rally? What is it? Sweeney's family reunion? Like,
this white person in the comments, in the replies, was like, yeah, I hate when that happens. So like when a black person invites me to an event, like I don't even go. And it's like, wait, what? They were trying to be so not racist that they became racist. People are so fucking stupid on the internet, bro. God damn.
That's funny, but he has a good point because the people who like want to oppose racism are also going to be like, oh, reverse racism doesn't exist. It's fine to be racist against white people. Nah, y'all are clowning. Stop it. Stop it. Racism is never okay. I don't know who like actually logically thinks that it makes sense that that you can't be racist to white people. Maybe you found some definition that was conjured up in like 2008 that said so. But literally, to be racist means that like you treat different people of different ethnicities differently, based on your own personal prejudices. I'm sorry if you think it means just punching up or punching down. It doesn't. There's no punching up, punching down dynamic, right? Oh, it's fine if I'm doing something bad because the person has more power than me. Everything is about power, right? No. What do you think we live in, Game of Thrones? Man, stop watching all that TV. You're not a TV character, man. Man. Some of y'all need to calm down with the antics and stop falling into such cognitive dissonance. That's one thing that annoys me about the far left, because they seem to have the most like cognitive dissonance, right? They don't know that they perpetrate the exact same things that they are upset about everybody else perpetrating, and that's why like I was saying when I was doing my like mini debate, I suppose, with Mr. Pizza, no, you shouldn't run around like justifying cancel culture, same as you shouldn't justify violence, similar slippery slope that will end up harming an inordinate amount of people. Because again, like all these things that I'm saying like are how we avoid the Boogaloo Civil War II apocalypse that I think that we keep on like dancing around for some reason, like it's something that's going to be fun to do. Like, why do we keep on like having such a polarized community as if like it's like fun? Like, why is I feel like our modern society is like, yeah, fight the other side because that's good. That'll be a great thing for society if we keep on fighting with each other. I don't understand where that mindset comes from, but you need to stop it and get some help. Nah, man, I just hate how polarized stuff has gotten. I think it just happens when you justify doing bad things to other people. Because if you don't justify violence, if you don't justify doxing, if you don't justify harassment, if you don't justify cancel culture, then guess what? There's a smaller chance that the people that like the people in your group are going to turn against you. And that's the biggest problem that all these movements have, right? You either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that's how the saying goes, right? So, Andrew Tate, sort of set up his empire. Like, let's use him for example, right? He set up his empire so that his own followers don't turn against him. When he got banned from Twitch, he died the hero in their eyes. Sydney Sweeney, DJ LO, you mentioned in the chat who plays Jules in Euphoria. I forget. The person who plays Jules, these individuals based their entire communities and fan bases off of an ideology that justified very means that would bring them down, right? By the time the Euphoria Season 4 airs, maybe the whole show will be canceled. I don't know. But anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in. It's the end of my stream. I know you guys have more stuff that you want me to react to. I can't get to everything, I'm sorry. I know it's Internet Day, but guess what? There's a lot of the Internet, man. There's a lot of the Internet, man. DJ LL, man. You have been pumping out so much content. There's like, there's definitely gonna be a few videos, I think, that you've posted that are gonna end up on the Clip channel next week. We'll see, I'll go through them, but I'm impressed by the work that you've put in to making these clips. And I know I gotta work on my end. I gotta work on making more like TikTok reel type videos, but oh my goodness, I'm so appreciative of you guys making clips because you guys know me, I'm busy. Had stuff going on. Haven't been making clips as much as I'd like to. Which is why I made that last stream, because I knew it'd be easy for me to make clips out of, and I think this one will be easy for me to make clips out of too. But yeah. DJ also on that grind. I appreciate it, that's cool. This is MXP says thanks for the stream, Giga Chad. Thanks. And by the way, for any of you guys who are watching, if you're new to the stream, this is 24 by Kanye West, a cover by David S. Music. It's fire, it feels kind of nice, so I like using it as an outro song. If you guys just tuned in, I'm really sorry. You know? But the cool thing about YouTube, this is why I switched away from Twitch actually, is that the VODs stay up. You can watch the stream as soon as it ends. You know, in a sense, you miss something by tuning in this late, but in another sense, you miss nothing at all. Because this channel has all the recordings for all of the streams. And furthermore, I have a clips channel, Nah Newbie Clips, which is essentially my main channel at this point. I post clips from the streams into actual videos. And that's actually what I stream for at this point, to be honest. I stream for content and post as clips. And because clips is how you grow, right? It's a content creator. The only real way to know whether or not your content is good as a streamer is to see how many clips you can make out of your content that are actually good. You know, if you can make like, I don't know, 7 clips out of a 1-hour stream, like bro, your content's gonna be fire if you can crank out that much content from what you made. So that's what I'm on, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm definitely not there yet, but I'm working on it, and I appreciate everyone here who's been making clips of my content. Because you guys make clips out of things that I didn't think that there'd be a lot of clips to be made, but I'm gonna check them out after the stream. Anyways, I'll let this music ride us out. See you guys, if you guys missed the stream, if you guys are not subscribe to this channel. If you want to see the best of me, this is not the best of me, check out the Clips channel, Nah Newbie Clips. I'll see y'all later, peace.